Alright, it's a little chat. Someone was telling me, man, Joe, it sounds like there's like a noise when you're driving, almost like a little cell phone, zzz, you know. And I listened to my video when I was in the car the other day. I was like, you know, I do hear that. So we'll see if it does it again. And if it does, I gotta see how, you know, why. Because this camera's not plugged into anything. It's got its own battery. It doesn't do anything wirelessly. Yet it was picking up some kind of buzz. And I'm wondering if I do have this little speaker thing right here. That's part of the radio where you can talk into it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so I was thinking, I woke up this morning thinking about this. This whole fraud, Christine Ford, these uneducated supporters, Democratic supporters, let's help this woman, who donated money for this fraud. The whole thing's a fraud. We know this. I will say this though, I found out, you know that picture I was telling you guys about, the lady sprawled out over the picnic bench, beer cans all around her? That was taken off of a book cover from like a long time ago, 70s I think. And man, it looks like her. Boy, does it look like her. But that also appears to be fake news. And I thought, well, should we all go out and correct it? Like, oh, that was fake, or should we just roll with it like the fake news does to convince everybody about their narrative? Well, they lie, so we can do the same thing and pretend that it's her, I guess, right? But truth be told, it's not. Not that that changed anything, because if you saw her yearbook postings, holy crap. Talk about the party animal, getting drunk till they pass out, and like, she has a whole section in there on that. Are you kidding me? Again, these liberals, they will tell you, they will make a claim against someone else, accusation, that they're actually doing. I already said this before the yearbook thing came out. Isn't that amazing? That's exactly what we've now seen. However, I want to talk to you about the two doors on her house. We had to seek therapy, my husband and I, because I needed these two doors. Oh, like two ways to escape, you know, like you felt comfortable escaping in two. There's no such thing. And my dad came over, we were talking yesterday, and I tried to tell Dad, start a YouTube channel. He loves to talk to people, loves to talk about things, whatever. Dad, the people will love, they will subscribe. I'm telling you, they're gonna love what you're doing. They'd love to hear you talk about this stuff, man. Oh, I don't want to go. No, I want a camera and the trolls. No, I don't want to deal with that. Dad, I'm telling you, man, you'd have a following. But we're talking about this, and he's like, "Did you see her? I thought I was listening to a weeping 12-year-old girl. This is a professor, psychology, and then she goes to this little weeping little girl. And then there's this GoFundMe something or another. I don't know what that is. GoFundMe that they set up for me. You know what it is. And that was how you got paid. It's also how the deep state says, oh, well, they'll never be able to track us because if they look at the funding, who funded this thing? Who donated? Oh, see, look, there's a Hillary connection. There's that. No. We'll let the sheeple, the uneducated, uninformed sheeple, pay our tab. Christine, here, donation style, baby. And it wasn't even a day had gone by. There was already $500,000 in there in like 18 hours, something like that. However, she said a critical thing during her little speech about the two doors. And I told you guys, I'll pretty much guarantee that one of those doors leads to like a mother-in-law suite where people can stay. And I did mention this a little bit the other day. Matter of fact, maybe when I was in the car too, doing the video. And I said, she has these interns. These interns, as she specifically said, was Google employees. Google interns. Not Yahoo Internet Search, not MSN, not DuckDuckGo, not any other internet provider, but the big Google. Big crackdown YouTube, Google. Google owns YouTube. Google's the one where employees were revolting recently about the Chinese communist search engine they're trying to, you know, set up, and then it leaked out, and then I told everybody, delete the message we sent out to you guys, you know. Too late. Anyways, that Google spies on everything we have. Oh, you have Google Maps, GPS. Oh, they know exactly where you're going. They're logging your entire life. It is always being recorded. It doesn't matter what settings you put in there. They always know where you're going. You search for something, they know what you searched for. They know it all. You have a cell phone, right? Is it Android? It doesn't matter if it's Apple, same story, but Android, yeah. Android is made by who? Well, Google. Okay. So anything to do with that phone, that operating system, is controlled by Google. So that means phone calls, which cell phone tower you're on, everything. They're logging it all. So that Google, she has Google interns staying at her house. She said it. Now you know why the second door is needed. So you guys can come and go, interns, you know, come and go as you please. That way you don't have to go through our main door and all that. We don't want to give you a key to our house, you know, so here's the second door. That's my opinion on that part. But it's not my opinion that those Google interns are going there to her house. So she spilled the beans on something that none of us have ever heard of. That's quite shocking and quite interesting, all in one. So, what does that mean? It's another check in the box of deep state working together. She's a total fraud, in my opinion. And again, at the end of her speaking that day, right when Sheila Lee Jackson's the senator's name, I couldn't remember, congressman, woman, senator, whatever the hell she is, that has the pedo ring thing on her, you know, the symbol on her ring. Same lady, slipping that lady's lawyer this little secretive note thing in the envelope. He quickly puts it away like nothing's happening. Oh, hey, I mean, go watch that. At the very end, and then she stands up, you know, Christine, and she's like laughing and like they just killed it. We just murdered it, son. I thought you were a weeping 12-year-old just moments ago. What's happening? So, anyways, I wanted to just bring that to your attention that you heard her say that herself about Google, the interns, and they're staying with them. Makes sense why you need 2 doors now, doesn't it? So, that means Google, because again, she is alleged to have been part of this CIA, like, internship thing at the school she's at, teaches at. There's all those ties. So it's like, okay, wait a minute. And again, CIA is going to go, there'll be school teachers, there'll be firemen, there'll be police, there'll be Congress. You never know. You don't know who they are. That's what they do. They infiltrate, and then they have this other, you know, black budget, which gets them paid for being, you know, the CIA part. And then they have their day jobs or whatever. This lady has security clearances. I'm talking Christine Ford has security clearances to the Treasury. I've seen this. There's videos online showing it. Her resume. Security clearances in numerous parts of the government. Like, holy crap. Yeah. Actually, I take that back. Not her. Not her. Not her. The other lady. Was it Swetnick? I think it's Swetnick. That's another allegation. Nonsense. Again, they're all tied together, though. All these people. But... so we have CIA intern, hey, come on over. And, oh, Google, same lady's house, come on over, we're interns for Google. You don't think maybe that Google's being infiltrated, so to speak, with CIA assets that will both get a nice high-paying job from Google and a black budget high-paying job from the CIA. And yeah, black budget means off the record, off the books. You're not going to be able to... Freedom of Information Act request, I'd like to know... who, you know, where this money, no. Black budget off the books. That's how the CIA rolls. But as Q has said, they have it all. We have it all. These people are stupid. How many times do they have to say that? You know? Before we really understand, oh my God, they have it all. They have it all. Those people are stupid. I think we'll figure that out. In all honesty, when Kavanaugh is selected as the next Supreme Court Justice, and some interesting turn of events happen politically, maybe perhaps some of those indictments are unsealed. I know people talk, oh, there's 50,000 to 51,000 indictments. I don't know about that. But I'd say there's certainly thousands, in my opinion. And this one's going to rat out on that one. That one's going to get immunity for that. Again, these are all people who thought they never would have been, you know, chance in hell they'd never be caught. Nothing, you know, we're going to we'll have our president in. We got all these rules and laws we're changing to spy on people. We've got our global grid, thanks to Google. We track everything everybody does. As I'm talking to you right now, my phone's probably most likely listening. It's just now Donald Trump has access to those tools. And he gets to play with them too, for all the right reasons. So as he said, we are giving power back to the people, and Q has just recently posted the same thing. Watch the deep state unfold. I forget the exact quote, but how about I just look real quick, because it's pretty easy to find here, you know, pretty quick. QAnon.pub. And yep, you are watching / witnessing the systematic destruction of the old guard. Old guard, you know, arrow to the power to the people. Red October, he says. Q. Red October. No, I don't believe the movie Red October. No. Red October meaning stuff's fixing to happen in October. Hope you're buckled up and got some popcorn ready. That's what I am getting from this. So just think about that, though, how they just spilled the beans. We've got Google interns coming over to my house. Oh, just a professor. That's normal for a professor to have people come directly to their house. These are CIA assets, I'm telling you. Going to her house and then going and making it into Google, because they already got people in Google, which will hire more of those people. So you who went to college and I got all my ducks in a row and I want to work for Google and I want to be the best of the best. Sorry, we got your application, but we're not going to take you at this time. Thanks. Why? Because we have CIA assets we're going to bring in here, which means you wasted all your money in school, going to school, thinking you had the same shot everybody else had. When in reality, these CIA assets, they don't even have to go to school, technically speaking. We're going to hire them anyways. But we are going to make sure they go to school and that they have the funding to pay for the school, because it's going to be one of our top, you know, as Gerald Celente says, Princeton, Harvard, Yale, bullet, bombs, and banks. Going to go to one of our prestigious schools, taught by one of our prestigious professors, hint, hint, wink, wink, Christine Ford. And you can even stay at her house. Intern style. John Kim, time for a redo of the video, Litecoin style. It's called intern style. Whopa, intern style. Bum, 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 bum.